This is Hope, and today my room is insanely messy. Just kidding, but not kidding. I have my June wrap-up and my July TBR, so let's get started. So, I read a lot of books in June, pretty much. So, the first series that I read in June was the Harry Potter series, and I was too lazy to take them all out of my bookshelf. This series was a reread for me, and it was just so much fun exploring the HP world again. I can't decide what I'm doing with my hair. It's just, whatever. So yeah, I think if you haven't reread it for a while or read it for a while, you totally should, because just entering that world again is so much fun. It just felt so great, and there were a lot of tears, like during the 7th book, especially. Yeah, HP series. And then I also read one of the companion novels to the Harry Potter series, or novellas. That is The Tales of Beedle the Bard, and I liked this. It was just a cute tag-along. So yeah, yay. Okay, and then for the other books I read this month, it took me a while to finish the Harry Potter series, like 3 weeks. So then, in the last week of June, I read 2 books, and I read Red Queen by Victoria Aveyard. This is a fantasy novel / dystopian novel, and it's kind of like a mix of The Hunger Games and Divergent, with royalty and supernatural powers thrown into the mix. So it was very interesting. This book is about a girl named Mare Barrow who lives in a caste system that consists of silver bloods and red bloods, and the red bloods are like the lowly people who don't have magical powers, and the silver people do. And the silver people have like a variety of magical powers. They can do all sorts of things, but they're very tyrannical. They treat the red people like crap, to put it nicely. Like, they're just horrible to the red people. So one day, like, Mare gets a job at this royal palace, and a bunch of different circumstances lead her to that job, but at that job, something happens, and Mare has a power of her own, but she's a red blood, so it's like super scandalous. So she has to live in the Silver Kingdom because the Silvers are trying to cover up that she's a red blood with powers. So like, she has to pretend like she's a silver blood, and it's so good. I really liked it. Although I did see the plot twist coming from like a mile away. Like, a lot of people, when I was looking at the reviews, they were like, "Oh my god, I never saw that coming. Where did that come from?" And I'm like, I called it like 100 pages in, but whatever. It was a good book. I'm excited for the second book, Glass Sword, I think that's what it's called, coming out next year. Okay, and then the last book I read in June was Looking for Alaska by John Green, and I tabbed like 3 quotes in this because I just, there were some good quotes. And this was a really short read, but it was really good. It made me cry a little bit. Not as much as Fault in Our Stars. Fault in Our Stars is still my favorite John Green book, even though I've only read like 3 John Green books, but still. So yeah, this was a really good book. It's about a boy named Miles who goes to boarding school in Alabama, and he makes all these friends there. Well, like 3 friends, but still, it's kind of about depression. It's kind of about not like he has depression, but like other characters kind of have depression, you can tell. And yeah, I really like the friendship aspect of this book, like Miles and the Colonel, and Alaska and Takumi, and wow, just it was good. I recommend this book to you guys if you like The Fault in Our Stars, even though this isn't that similar to The Fault in Our Stars, but John Green's writing style is just awesome. Okay, so now for my July TBR. Okay, I have a rather ambitious July TBR. 2 of the books in my TBR I have already read, and the first of those books is Magonia by Maria Devana Headley. This was in the May Owl Crates. This was a good book. I liked the story element, but the writing is a little jumpy. But okay, this is about a girl that's her name, God, named Aza, and she has a very afflicting breathing problem, and it's like just horrible for her to breathe, like the air, she doesn't do well with air, so she dies, and then she wakes up in Magonia, and it's a land above the sky, full of ships and people with blue skin who breathe that air well, and she has powers, magical powers, and she uses her powers through singing, like people sing to make things happen, and I just really like the friendship and relationship aspect of this book as well. Aza and Jason, like, woo, I love them, I love Jason, he's my new book boyfriend, like maybe number 2, 3 on the list. I don't know. I have a lot. So yeah, this is a really good book. I know this is a TBR. I know, but I already read it. So what can I say? Okay, and then the next book is Paper Towns by John Green. The primary reason why I read this is because of the movie, but then again, I don't really like seeing movies, but I might see this. This book was a lot better than I expected. Like, a lot of people were telling me that it was just like bleh, like it wasn't anything that great. But I think a lot of people read John Green books looking for like a cutesy relationship, especially after like The Fault in Our Stars, like that. Like I know that sets some high expectations, but this book is not. I would advise people not to go into it looking for a cute relationship. I would go into it if you want to read a book about self-discovery and adventuring and realizing that people are people, and we can't think of people as more than just being people, if that makes sense. You know, people aren't gods, and they're not items, they're people. I like this book. Okay, so then the next books that I want to read are as follows. So, I'm actually halfway through this one right now, and that is Hyperbole and a Half by Allie Brosh. This is kind of like a graphic book biography thing. It's just really funny. I know that she's a blogger. I haven't like really read her blog, but this book is just really funny, and the drawings are just hilarious. Like, for the longest time I thought this was a hat, and I realized that's her ponytail. So I don't know, it's really funny. Okay, and then the next books I want to read are The Giver by Lewis Lowry. Anyway, I know that this book is really famous because it was like one of the first dystopian books that got really popular. So, yeah, it won an award. Everyone who's read it has really liked it, so I'm excited for this. Okay, and then the next 2 books I'm going to be hopefully reading on vacation. I just don't know if I'll finish them. And they are the first 2 books in the Game of Thrones series by George R.R. Martin. And, yeah, let's see how long this first one is. 830 something pages long. I guess that's not horrible. And this book is like 1,000 pages, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, this book is like 1,000 pages. So yeah, I'm hopefully going to be reading those on vacation. I'll be on vacation a week, so maybe if I really like read a lot. Yeah. Okay, then I guess oh yeah, there's one more book that I'm planning on reading this month, and that is More Happy Than Not by Adam Silvera. I got this in my Owl Crate in June, and this book is about a boy who lives in, I believe, like a kind of crappy neighborhood in New York, and it's about how like homosexuality isn't really accepted in his neighborhood. Then he realizes he is homosexual, and yeah, I think this also kind of has to do with depression, but I'm not sure. Don't take my word on that. So yeah, that's my July TBR. I have, well, let's see, if we're counting the books I've already read, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 books in my TBR. I might read more than that. I'm definitely going to try to read all of those, though. So, thank you for watching this. See you next time. Goodbye, good patrons of the earth.